The little bee just wanted to lie on the beach and soak up the sun, but it was almost drowned by the duck's wrung-out sweat. Furious, it decided to confront the duck and demand an explanation. Unexpectedly, when the duck noticed the bee, not only did he refuse to apologize, he blew the bee straight into a seashell in a single breath. Then he laughed. Using the sharp bone spur on his tail, he pried open a bottle cap. The bee managed to escape, but it couldn't take it anymore. It revealed its stinger. In an instant, it dove straight down. On the duck's straw, it punched dozens of holes. It was trying to scare the duck into apologizing. The duck showed no remorse at all. While the bee wasn't paying attention, he trapped it inside the bottle. Then, mocking the bee the whole time, the duck jumped onto an inflatable raft. He splashed into the water and relaxed in the sun. The bee quickly came up with a way to escape. Realizing it was a carbonated drink, it stirred the liquid wildly with its stinger. Gas rapidly built up. The very next second, the bee was blasted out. Noticing the duck was using an inflatable raft, the bee decided to let the air out. The powerful rush of air sent the duck drifting straight into a group of sharks. Panicking, the duck hurried to pump air back into the raft, but the bee had no intention of letting him off easy. In the blink of an eye, it stabbed a huge hole in the raft. The duck desperately plugged it with his finger. The next second, the bee flew back and poked dozens more holes. Even though the duck tried his best to block them, there was only so much he could do. Seeing the duck's hands and feet completely occupied, the bee slipped into the water. It tore a hole right near the duck's backside. Then it pulled out a feather and used it to taunt the sharks. The awakened shark grew wildly excited. It immediately opened its massive jaws. At the critical moment, the duck leapt into the air. Right now, survival was all that mattered. He sprinted toward the shore at lightning speed. Even so, the shark still clamped down on the raft, scaring the duck into paddling even harder. What he didn't realize was that the shark placed the raft onto a wooden stake. The duck was still wondering where the shark had gone when, in the next second, he was outsmarted by the bee, which directly led the shark to swallow him whole.